Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're checking out a very interesting city builder. Let's jump into things, and as ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is happening here. So we're going to be jumping into an individual scene, which is kind of like an individual sort of level rather than the story, the campaign. That is fine because it gives me a much better opportunity to explain what the heck is going on. So this is the world that we inhabit. It's got a very sort of like retro sort of vibe. I kind of dig it, honestly. I don't know why. I just have a weird little love affair with it. It's looking very, very nice. Anyway, we have this sort of whole yellow area within which to build, and build we shall. Let's get our very basic infrastructure up and running. We have a few objectives here. The profit in year reached 5,000. Best over the year is 0 at the moment. The wording, the translation, isn't perfect, but don't let that put you off. More than 100 people live in advanced mansions or more advanced houses. Progress 0 out of 100. Yeah, that is entirely reasonable. So, a couple of things that we want to get sorted straight away. We need our main thoroughfare. Now, we can just get ourselves a basic sort of roads. We have 30,000 bucks in the city. We have 0 urban population. So let us see if we can try and get a road in an area which is reasonably uninhibited by trees, because trees we need to remove specially. And in fact, I should have a little look at the overlays and see what we've got going on. So this is a moisture overlay here, land moisture content. We've got soil fertility, so this is a good area to get farms. In fact, this area seems pretty darn good. The world map, which we'll talk about, there's a whole sort of like trading system in here. Very, very interested in showing this off. It's very, very cool indeed. And then we've also got like the trade interface here, which we can worry about in a little bit. Okay, actually, upon reflection, let's snab ourselves our first sort of main thoroughfare right through the center of this very, very fertile area. What I would like to do is I would like to set up a few basic residences. Let's get, I'm thinking maybe 6 houses to start with. That's probably fine. We're also going to need to get the basic amenities that everybody requires, and that is primarily a well. You can see the area of influence of this specific well. It's my intention to have probably this entire street just be filled with houses. Although that being said, I should probably make a little bit of an exception up here for some sort of like industrial stuff. But anyway, we can get to that in just a second. We're also going to grab ourselves a patrol tower. Patrol tower is very, very important because it's going to stop fires. So let us unpause and let everything just build itself, which is marvelous. If we click on the houses, the straw shed as it is at the moment, you can see that very, very slowly but surely, we're going to start to see some population moving into town here. It's covered by all of what it needs to be covered by. It can have up to 10 people staying here. Residents need water. Yes, indeed they will get water as soon as the well is manned. As soon as people start to work there, then that is going to basically fix itself. Okay, so we've got the basics, we've got the residences. These are just residences for civilians. We haven't got residents for nobles yet. Before we do that, I'd like to start generating a little bit of moolah. Yes, please. We can also build a herbal medicine shop and a hospital. We're not going to build either of those things quite yet. Farmland, tea garden, and a mulberry garden. We are going to be getting farmland, but do I want to do farmland right now? Oh, maybe I do. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The thatched cottage has actually just upgraded. So I believe that once we're able to fulfill these requirements, we should pretty much immediately see an upgrade. Right. Residents need food. Food is the next objective, and so food is what we're going to try and sort. There's a couple of things that we need to consider if we get food. The first is farmland. I want to build large farmland. I want to build large farmland. And I'd like to build it like far enough away that it doesn't actually end up impacting the houses here. But it still needs to be close enough to the center of town that we are able to connect it into the warehouse. The warehouse is a very, very, very important piece of infrastructure. And in fact, let me put the warehouse like over here. I'll put the warehouse over here for very, very good reason. It'll become clear just shortly. Let's get large farmland right over there. That looks pretty darn good. That's cool. We should hopefully be able to get all of these people working here. Warehouse as well. We may need a few more people to start working in the warehouse, but honestly, not a big deal. Now. The way that we go about disseminating food, it's kind of interesting. In fact, it's very, very interesting. First of all, we need to have a storage space allocated for grain in the warehouse. Medium priority. Okay, that's fine. It's just a grain field. The field just consistently farms grain. It's very, very simple. But the way in which we disseminate this to the population is kind of interesting. We build ourselves a market. Now, we can get ourselves a small market or we can get ourselves a big market. There are obstacles in the way. That's actually a shame because that would make for a really, really nice town center. I tell you what, why don't I look at getting industry? We'll go sawmill, and we'll see if we can try and maybe get a sawmill right over here. So we'll see if we can try and get this tree. We'll see if we can try and get this tree chopped down. And we'll also tell you what we'll do. We'll also build some additional houses right over here. So these little indicators show that we have got extra jobs that people need. Residents need food in order to upgrade the cottage to the next level. We are going to do that. Hopefully, once all of these cottages start to spawn extra individuals, we should start to see some of these notices just disappearing. We also need to be super, super careful about our patrol tower. Our patrol tower range does cover all of this stuff here, but I mean, it's not super good, and certainly it's very, very sketchy towards the end there. Now, a couple of things that I really, really like about this game, and honestly, I wish every single city builder had this one basic feature. You can set the time of day. We can leave it on auto, and it'll just, it'll turn to night or whatever, or we can turn it off, and it'll turn. We can literally adjust the seasons. Now, the seasons still happen. It's still in April, but we can leave it pinned sort of on any specific time, which I just love. It's just when you're making videos, when the video goes dark because it's nighttime, it's just one of my biggest bugbears. It really, really is. Anyway, this sawmill is looking good. We've produced some wood. Why don't we set a space in our warehouse for wood storage? Very, very simple. Once the wood is produced, it's going to be moved right on over to the warehouse. It looks like, by the way, all of our houses have been upgraded to the level 2 houses. Brilliant. And that also means that everybody has now got a job, and we're continuing to get there in terms of population, which is very, very nice indeed. I'm pretty happy with that. How's the farmland looking? Farmland's looking okay. Crop maturity is up at 21%. I've already allocated space for the grain. That tree has been chopped down. That means that I should be able to build myself a big market. It's going to cost me 360 bucks. What's the obstacle in the way? Is it that tree stump? Wait for some time to grow back into trees. No, I want to dig it. I want to dig it up, though. I want to dig it up. Is that not possible for me to dig up, video game? Can I clear up? There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Big markets. Big market. Let's get that in. So, the market works very, very interestingly. We can actually build specific shops. We can build a variety of shops, actually. We can build a small grain shop, a small ceramic shop, a small liquor shop, a small tea shop, or a small silk and satin shop. Now, in order to secure the food situation for everybody here, we're obviously going to get the food shop. The food shop is going to mean that once the grain is produced, it's obviously only at 32%. There was no reason to rush the construction of the grain shop because we still need to wait for the grain to actually be delivered. Once the grain is delivered to the warehouse, it's going to be disseminated right over to the small grain shop, which is excellent. And also, whilst we're waiting for that to happen, I think I'm actually going to go and bump up my housing. That's cool. Let's do that. There's probably going to be a couple of issues with this. This is the pathway through the market. It's kind of funky. Like, it looks like you can sort of connect it to everywhere, but you can't. Only these sort of 2 tiles, I think, count towards that. Either way, this is all looking good. The well is great. I've obviously kept a little space for some road that I'm going to build out here. That is fine. Right, let's go into 3 times speed because I would really like to see the farmland come to fruition. These markers, by the way, are a sign that we have got a few people that are unemployed. We got at least, what is that, two per house. That's quite a lot of people that are unemployed, to be fair. What can we do to rectify that? I mean, we could maybe get ourselves another bit of farmland. 54% fertility, 63%. I mean, I do kind of want to put it in here. If I do that, is that going to end up... I feel like that's a really bad idea. Let's actually just clean that up straight away. Let me have a little look at soil fertility again. Yeah, the problem with putting in a bit of farmland over here. Well, there's a couple of problems with putting in farmland over here. The problem is that we're going to need to definitely build another warehouse. Plus, there's going to be accessibility issues. I don't even know if my people can work all this this distance away. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. 98%. 96%. Let's go 96% fertility. It says that 27 out of 27 people are going to go and work out there. That's great. However, I know for a fact that the range of the warehouse will not reach that far. Even if we stick a road into the back, it's still not going to reach that far. So yeah, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get another warehouse to deal with the grain that comes out of this field. But honestly, that is a small price to pay because we should be able to get another one and it should fit into the market reasonably well. Okay, that's good. I think it's important that we keep this space free. This is like premium real estate in the town center, right? So, you know, let's not worry about that. Anyway, what's the growing progress of this one? It's at 77%. I mean, we'll still have a good harvest here. It's obviously August. You know, you don't need to be a farmer to know that if the crop isn't fully grown when it comes out of the ground, you obviously get a way worse harvest. We are probably going to see these crops hit 100%. Yeah, maybe a few of them will hit 100%. The thing is that the earlier that we plant them in the season, the better the harvest that we're going to get. As you can see, we're already starting to harvest this, and the crop maturity is only at 20%. Also, you can see that we've got an individual here, farm porter. He's got no acceptable warehouses to carry to. So yeah, bit of a bummer there. We're going to have to get ourselves a secondary warehouse. Let's get it there, and we will allocate, as soon as this is built, we will allocate some resources to grain storage. No one is working at this building. People are now working at the building. Great. And we'll store grain there. Okay, so that's going to fix this issue. We're probably going to get some additional farm stuff out here. That'll be good. We've got loads and loads and loads of grain that is coming into our first and original warehouse. And that means, by the way, that all of the grain is going to be going into the small grain shop here. We can store up to 800 units of grain. What is that? Bags of grain. Grain sold this month. Oh, look at that. Look at that. As if on cue, to demonstrate a point, we now officially have a simple tile house upgraded from a thatched cottage. Now, there is no, to the best of my knowledge, there is no way to sort of see, oh, this is a level, 1 versus a level 2 house. I think the only indicator is the number of population that it can house. And it just sort of takes a while for all of the people to get access to grain. But once everybody gets access to grain, it should be fine. Everybody has access to water. Everybody is overseen by a fire tower at the moment. Even if tenuously, I don't think the fields can catch fire. Don't quote me. Just don't quote me on that. But, things are looking good. Things are looking good. The point is that this is looking nice. What do we need? So if we click on the simple tile house, we can see the house cannot be upgraded because the pharmacy service has not been obtained. Very, very simple. We just need to get ourselves a pharmacy service. Now, where is that? It is Culture, City Hall, Bell Tower, Pavilion. Oh, good question, actually, Potato. Where the heck is it? We got a clay pit here. That's going to be something that we're going to be dealing with next. Is it Herbal Medicine Shop? I think it might be Herbal Medicine Shop. I think it's Herbal Medicine Shop. Let's give it a try. We'll stick that down over here. Sure. I think it's that one. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Herbal Medicine Shop. Nobody's working. We still have unemployed people, so there's no real point in increasing dramatically the number of houses that we have. But, we can look to do that. It is indeed winter now, which is fine. I'm content to let the... Maybe it's not the Herbal Medicine Shop. I thought it was, though. I thought it was. Maybe it'll just take a little while to to get that. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Okay, fantastic. We got some brick houses now. Up to 40 people in each house, which is great. Residents hope to get ceramic from the market. Cool. That is our next ambition. And ceramic works kind of like grain in a sense, which is kind of cool. So we need two things. First of all, we need a clay pit. The water content of the land is insufficient. We need to get our clay pits in areas where land moisture is super, super high. So basically, I mean, you know, as basically like right next to the river. We're gonna get a couple of these. We're gonna get a couple of these because this is gonna be a big operation that we're gonna undertake here. So we'll get all that connected up. That's great, and then we can see the effective range of the clay pits. We don't want to get the clay pits too near the too near anything else, because the environment overlay now starts to matter. The environment overlay is going to matter. It doesn't really matter at the moment. Hey, that's nice. Population milestone reached 500. Very cool. The environment doesn't really matter at the moment, but it will matter, and it's going to matter very, very soon indeed. So let's see if we can nab a few kilns. I think that'll be fine. 3 kilns, 1-to-1 ratio. Have a little look. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hot spot for awfulness over there, but that's fine. Residents hope to get ceramic from the market. Everybody needs ceramic, right? Can we? None of the, oh my god, none of these flippin'. None of these are covered. None of these are covered. Oh my lordy. Okay, that's a really big old pain in the backside. I just kind of assumed that the warehouse would have the necessary range. I kind of assumed that it would have the necessary range to carry it into the market. I believe that we can chain warehouses together. The problem is that I kind of don't want to end up like getting too near the houses. Like I really didn't want to end up I didn't really want to end up getting too near the houses here, because it does kind of matter. Anyway, we'll store ceramic here. That's fine. Can you actually get into the market? No, you cannot. Although we shall see. Can I do setting ceramic go high priority? Nice. And then this is just stored on medium priority. Sorry, medium priority. And so that should mean that it'll be transferred through. I think that's how it's gonna happen. Let's also see if we can try and grab ourselves a small ceramic shop. We'll maybe put it. I mean, it doesn't really matter where we put it, does it? Put it there. That's fine. Okay, and let's see if this actually gets us any ceramic. Looks like everybody is producing as they should. We have got 70-something bits of clay in this kiln, turning it into ceramic every now and again. We have got the allocation of ceramic over there. There's a fire. Due to negligence, a fire broke out in a building in the city. Yeah, okay, so surprise, surprise, the area that we didn't actually end up covering with a fire watchtower ends up setting itself on fire. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have any ceramic. It's because none of it's been delivered yet. We are working on it. The factory is fully staffed and in full swing. That is great. That's what we love to see. Now, if you could not burn down, that would be great. But if you do end up burning down, it's not the end of the world, because I'll just clean it up and we'll just go again. We'll just double down. We'll absolutely just double down. And besides, now it's protected from fire. Now it is protected from fire. Okay, what's this? This house is going to be downgraded because the service of the medicine shop has disappeared. No, it hasn't. It's just tenuous. It's just tenuous up at the end there. What are you doing? Warehouse wagon. I'm going to a warehouse. Good. Well, I hope you're picking up the ceramic, and I hope you're moving it between the two warehouses. That does indeed look like the case. Good stuff. So soon we should see a few. There we go. Some ceramic. And then also it looks like the seller, the shop owner, has been dispatched to pick up the ceramic and is now taking it back to the ceramic shop. Cool. So we had to add yet another warehouse, but honestly, you look, we start with 30,000. We start with 30,000 bucks. Not a big deal. That's fine. And that's going to allow us to immediately hit some pretty good upgrades. So we've got brick houses at the moment. We are going to be seeing a little bit of a transformation. It looks like this large grain shop, actually. Oh, holy cow. The grain shop was went from a small grain shop to a large grain shop. Very, very, very nice. Cool. Pretty happy with that. And we should start to see some of these houses start to upgrade pretty soon as well. The herbal medicine shop, the service is spotty at best, but you know what? That's fine. People are just going to have to learn to deal with it. People are just going to have to learn to deal with it. House cannot be upgraded because the surrounding environment is uncomfortable. Right. That is kind of what I was anticipating. We are actually forced to beautify. A round pavilion is something that we can put in. I mean, alternatively, we can put in some gardens. It's quite a nice little garden thing here. Sure, let's put in some gardens over there. And then we can also just get some trees, like cherry trees and plum trees and whatnot. Like, this garden will probably be enough to, yeah, upgrade a few of these ones around. But it'll probably, like, not make... It'll probably, like, not make a whole bunch of difference here. Square pavilion. Let's get a square pavilion over here. That'll be good. That'll, again, you know, positively impact the environment. Didn't really do much. Yeah, I mean, what I honestly was totally prepared to do was just to, like, get a few of these trees in, you know, in behind. And honestly, I kind of think that that's going to do it. I think we just build trees in people's back gardens, and that seems to be enough to get people over the line. Something in the environment is uncomfortable. That's okay, because we can actually just, like, build more trees. Look at that. We build more trees, and suddenly, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. House cannot be upgraded because the surrounding environment is uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. A few more trees. A few more trees, and you are golden. You are golden. What's up here? The surrounding environment is uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. We will sort that. Right. But just checking. Small-sized residents, what do you need? Residents hope to have Taoist temples nearby. Oh, my lordy. Goodness gracious me. That's quite the ask. That is quite the ask. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a city hall. We got a bell tower. Culture, Taoist temple. We got a school, and we got a pagoda. Well, let's see if we can try and get the... See if we can try and get the temple in here. Let's actually maybe leave a bit of space. A bit of space there. Just so that we can, you know, come back and maybe... Come back and do some more stuff. Come back and do some more stuff with this area. I kind of want to chop down... I kind of want to chop down this area. This sawmill is entirely useless and honestly probably should just be cleaned up. Let's maybe instead see if we can try and redo the sawmill. The problem with putting it here is that it's going to have a knock-on effect where everybody is going to be downgraded because the surrounding environment is uncomfortable. Honestly, just deal with it. But anyway, we've got a Taoist temple now, so that's kind of nice. That's really, really nice. Okay, a few houses might suffer a downgrade, but honestly, that is maybe something that I can fix with a few trees. There we go. Look at that. You've been completely satisfied. As long as the temple continues to operate, then we're in a pretty good place. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So what do we need for an upgrade now? I guess we just need to let it filter through. Okay, so that's looking good. What's the issue here? I'm waiting for the delivery of clay. Presumably that's because, yeah, we need more kilns. We do actually desperately need more kilns. Well, it's not desperate, but we need more of them. If we get more kilns, then we're going to be able to turn... There we go. We're going to be able to turn more clay into ceramics. And ceramics have got a dirty little secret. I say it's a dirty little secret. It's not much of a dirty little secret. It's actually quite a great little secret. So, what we can actually do is... Where is it? I'm looking for it. I am specifically looking for... is it in industry? It is not in industry. Is it in business? Yeah, I want to get this. I want to get this. Why can I not get this? Oh, maybe I need to get a trade wharf? Yeah, let's see if we can try and nab a trade wharf. This is going to be a very, very useful little bit of kit. Because it's going to allow us to explore the big, wide world. Okay, let's get the trade wharf. I think we're going to need to connect it up to a warehouse, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Right, so the trade wharf, the trade wharf, the trade wharf, the trade wharf. I can have a little look on the... Where is it? I can have a little look on the world stage here, the world map. So this is our city over. This is our city over here. We can set up open waterway trade. Yes, I do want to open a route, but I maybe don't want to open it with you necessarily. Right. We can spend a little bit of cash, open up a route of trade, and we can start trading stuff, you know. Import silk, ceramics, and they want to export tea and raw silk. Okay, what about these people? They want to import grain, liquor, iron, ceramic, etc. Alternatively, over here, clay, wood, liquor. Okay, I mean, I'm honestly not that bothered about any of those things, but I feel like I should do something just to demonstrate. Let's do you here. Cool. Okay, so then we go into set trades, and we go into, is it, yeah, it is this interface, right? So inlet can be set, export can be set. We can export exactly whatever we want. So what do you guys want to? What do you guys want to? We buy wood. We don't really want to. We don't really want to do this, but we can say import wood. No, we don't want to import. So it's, hold on. It's, this is what they're exporting. This is what they're importing. So we could sell our grain. We could sell our grain to them. Let's sell our grain to them. Let's do it. Okay, let's go set trade. We go grain. Export can be set. No trading. Export. I don't know. Let's say an unlimited amount of grain. Let's say an unlimited amount of grain. We will export to them. That is something that I'm quite happy to deal with. I don't think that we need to overcomplicate things. I was planning to do ceramic, but honestly, fine. Grain is okay. Let's just get, what is it, September? What a great time to go into the grain business, eh? But that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Obstacles in the way, there's a fire. Of course there's a flippin' fire over here. Right, well, that's unfortunate, to say the very least. Okay. I think we're probably going to see this, probably going to end up seeing this burn down, because it always seems to burn down on my watch. But that's okay. Trade wharf. Sure. Just rebuild it. Literally rebuild it. I mean, I have so much flippin' money that I guess it doesn't even really matter. The residents of this house hope to have a drink. Goodness gracious me. Okay, how do we get a drink all sorted? I presume the residents can't go to hospital, and also there's something else. Liquor. Liquor. Okay. Shop. We'll get a small liquor store. I mean, honestly, how do we even make liquor? Presumably, it's an industry. Yeah, distillery. Let's make it over here, I guess. Sure. And we import grain, we export liquor. Okay. Well, I tell you what, it's a pretty bleeding good time to get into the grain game. There we go. There we go. Get to work on woods. You've got not enough workers. Yeah, we need a lot more workers, actually. Should probably look at getting a few more. Oh, I can just delete trees straight away. Why am I even bothering? Why am I even bothering with that? Just delete the trees. Who cares? Who the heck cares? Right, let's prep for a mega bumper grain season. 100% fertility. Love to see it. And a small farm field. Absolutely love to see it. We're going to need to make sure that's connected up by walkway. That's fine. Should all be within my grain region. That's fine. That's fine. It's all looking very, very, very nice indeed. How much ceramic do I have? Hardly any. Hardly any. So we're clearly in a good place for ceramic. My population is, it's okay, but it could really be doing a little bit better. Hence why I would like to, yeah, expand this out a little bit, because I'm really, really hoping that we're going to be able to piggyback on a lot of the services that we already have over here. There we go. That's pretty good. So we should see pretty much immediately all of these. We should see pretty much immediately all of these houses just upgrade. Look at that. The population of your city has reached 1,000. The people nearby begin to pay attention to your city. Happy, happy days. Very, very good. Residents need water. Residents will get water. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. We're about to undergo a pretty fantastic transformation. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got a merchant ship. Very, very cool indeed. I don't know how much we sold in grain, but that's pretty nice. That is pretty darn nice. Okay. We are still seeing some pretty horrific levels of unemployment. House is going to be downgraded because the service of the medicine shop has disappeared. Okay, I mean, that is enough. That is enough of a complaint that I probably should deal with getting an additional medicine shop or two. You know, I mean, it costs me nothing, basically. I mean, I've got plenty of money. We've got plenty of workforce when they're not flipping slacking off. So just get it done. Okay, chop this area out as well. Loads and loads of houses are going to be upgraded. Let's get a bunch of additional civilian houses too. And we'll... I mean, that will be within range of water, isn't it? Residents need food. Residents need food. Some of these houses might not be able to access food, but honestly, maybe that's a price that we just have to... maybe we just have to accept that as the price of doing business. And in fact, let's get some additional houses out here. There we go. Okay, that's looking a little bit healthier. I mean, our population has expanded by about 300 fairly rapidly, which is great. I suspect that probably the vast majority of my workforce went to working on the fields. That's fine. That's fine. That's a fine position to be in. Okay. That's looking good. What else do we need? Yeah, oh yeah, we need to get drinks. Well, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Can I have a little look at... Can I have a little look at the world map again? I do actually want to... I do actually want to export ceramics, because I do not have any plans to use as many ceramics as I have right now, so we might as well get that set up. What do you want to buy? You want to sell wood, stone, and ceramic, and want to buy grain, liquor, and iron. Well, you can have some grain, and that will at least, hopefully, buoy my mood a little bit. Also, I don't actually think that we're able to sell anything, because we are not within range. Yeah, we're not within range of any warehouse, so let's see if we can maybe address that. If I get a brick road, is that gonna change anything? I tell you what, it almost gets us. It almost gets us there, doesn't it? There we go. We're not far off. We're not far off this warehouse here. Not far off this warehouse. The good news is, however, we can get ourselves a warehouse. Where is it? Get ourselves a warehouse right here. Nice. And we can move ceramic over here. So we've got ceramic as a... Oh, I tell you what, we've got wood as well. Am I doing something with wood at the moment? Because we can pretty much just export as much wood as... I don't want to import wood. What about on the world map? You want to import woods? Okay. I will open a trade route with you. Let's go export, unlimited. Good. Let's get that done. And we will do setting, wood, high priority. Beautiful. We'll do setting, ceramic, highest priority. Hoarding. The goods will not be used. Priority of storage. Yeah, we'll set ceramic as a high priority over here, which should mean that they'll be moved around a little bit. Although that being said, they might not be moved from here because this warehouse can't reach there. Whatever the case, it doesn't actually matter. I'm fine for money at the moment. The residents of the house hope to have a drink. Yeah, how are we doing drink wise? I need to get this set as grain. High priority, sure. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're doing well. If we can get the drink sorted, we'll be great. We'll be great. And I will say this is looking really, really nice. Like everybody's houses are looking particularly good. What's this? Cannot be upgraded because the environment is uncomfortable. I mean, it can be changed actually. Like we can definitely fix that because the service of the water well. I mean, if the water is an issue, let me just throw this in here. Yeah, let me just throw that in there. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. Okay, let's set this as liquor. Actually, yeah, set that as liquor. Set this as liquor higher priority. There we go. And that should allow us to get liquor moved around town, and therefore get an upgrade to our houses, which is going to guarantee us an extra level of population explosion, which is kind of brilliant. If I do indeed say so myself. Kind of brilliant. There we go. The liquor has just been moved out of that warehouse. That means it's going to be moved to where it needs to go, which is here. And there's no longer flashing button. House will be demoted because residents can't go to the Taoist temple to worship the gods. I mean, they can. They can. It's fine. People don't want to live because there's too few jobs nearby. To be fair, that is a fair criticism to level. That is a fair criticism to level. That is a very, very fair criticism to level. Okay, look at that. Is that a new? No, that's not a new. That's not a new level. Hopefully people, yeah, hopefully people want liquor. Residents hope to get the services of a hospital. Oh my goodness, these people are just so unbelievably desperate for services. Let's get ourselves a hospital here. There's a little tree stump. Destroy all of those because I don't care. And we'll see if we can try and nab a hospital right in the center there. Okay, we got 16 out of 16 people working in the hospital, which is great. And immediately we should start to see some upgrades, right? House will be demoted because residents can't go to the Taoist temple. Come on. Oh, there we go. High-grade residents. Look at that. Look at that. Up to 80 people. The people in this house need tea. Yeah, so, can we do a tea import, actually? Set trade, tea, inlet, no trading, imports. Let's do 1,600. We'll do tea. Yeah. Medium priority. Excellent. And then we'll just start selling it. We'll just start selling it in the, store. There we go. Okay, we've only seen a few houses upgrade, actually. Small-sized residents. Yeah, we need the high-grade residents. That's what we're really after. Oh, look at that. The tea's actually already arrived. Oh, very, very good. Very, very good. I mean, I'm sure it cost me a pretty penny, but, I mean, it should literally be delivered immediately. So, we might even be able to go from a high-grade residence to something else. Also, private schools. Where is that? Is that in culture? Yeah, let's see if we can try and get culture. We'll get schools. We'll just, you know, preemptively build schools. Presumably in the expectation that that's what they're going to ask for next. But yeah, definitely I feel like the play is not to sprawl. It is to make a very sort of like condensed city that is, you know, nice. Pagoda, we'll build a pagoda as well. Yeah, it's a nice sort of condensed city that doesn't sprawl. It's pretty good. House cannot be upgraded because the surrounding environment is uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a bummer. But to be honest, if I get a few gardens in the back here. Look at that. Oh, fantastic. Luxury residence. Oh, you love to see it. The residents of this house have everything that they need. Oh, Taoist temples nearby. Okay, more than 100 people live in an advanced mansion or advanced houses. Apparently, this doesn't count as an advanced house. I can only assume that that is the noble variant. Let's have a look. Okay, residents need food. Yeah, a humble mansion. A humble mansion. That is incredible. Okay. Yeah, I think that will be food. However, it looks like it's slightly more challenging to get aristocratic needs sorted. Residents can enjoy the services of a medium tavern, pagoda, the whole shebang. There's a lot of requirement for these. There's a lot of requirement for these peeps, and they can't even get food. Although if I upgrade this road, Does that allow you to get food? No, not even. Not even. Is that any better? There we go. That's perfect. And to be honest, upgrading those roads is probably just like basic stuff that needs to get done anyway. Looks like you don't have access to healthcare over here. Can I upgrade that? Upgrade some more, maybe, if we need to. Either way, this is looking pretty good. I mean, we've not turned a profit like on any singular year yet at all. But I don't think that particularly matters. The people in this house need silk. Yeah, I mean, oh, flipping heck, we're not gonna get silk. We didn't really talk about the government, sort of city hall, or the bell tower, which requires quite a lot of resources to build. But that's kind of cool. This is a really lovely little game. I really like this. This is an absolute charmer of a game. I love it. I really love it, ladies and gents. I would encourage you to check it out. Yuan. I'm not sure, but it's great. It's great. Check it out. Linked down below in the description. Thank you ever so much for watching. Check out the Patreon if indeed you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and from me, I'll see you next time. Bye.